Finally, new rule, can we please not let politics fuck up the holidays? Anybody with me on this?
What's happening, everybody? Happy New Year to all. Bill Maher recently dropped a truth bomb on MSNBC and the left in general. Joy Reid had some joke of a doctor on her show that suggested it's okay not to spend the holidays with your family if they didn't vote the way you like. And, well, Bill Maher excoriates her for it. With that, let's watch Bill Maher wreck Joy Reid, her stupid guest, MSNBC, and the woke, mentally challenged left. Let's go.
All people, not just the ones you agree with. And I would say the same to the FEMA supervisor in Florida who told the rank and file relief workers after Hurricane Milton to avoid helping homes with Trump signs on their lawns. This shit has got to stop on both sides. This is America. I want to be judged by the content of my character, not what's on my lawn. There's a great article that came out in the Free Press this year by someone who learned this firsthand. It's called Whatever Happens, Love Thy Neighbor. And it tells of how a married couple, who are exactly the portrait of a liberal white couple living in Park Slope, Brooklyn, that you would expect, wind up moving upstate and then are surrounded by Trumpers, and they're petrified. But then, when they get stuck in the snow, the Trump guy down the street doesn't hesitate to help dig the liberals out. The author, Larissa Phillips, says she slowly came to reject the political prejudice so common among my tribe, and that it's hard to care where someone stands on politics when they race to your house to save a dying lamb, when their wife helps search for your runaway dogs, and that she personally has been stunned by the depth of my neighbor's generosity. It's almost like there are fine people on both sides. And that human beings are complicated. If we're going to remain a viable society, there must be some things that transcend politics, like disaster relief and law enforcement and helping neighbors. And fucking Christmas!
Yeah, see, the right doesn't do this stuff. I'm sure any liberal watching this is saying, but I had a friend that voted for Trump and he did blah, 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 blah. Of course, there are exceptions to every rule. But I'll say to any Republican, any Trump supporter that won't help a neighbor in need or will cut people out of their lives because of who they voted for, stop. We're not like them. Let's set a better example, because I really believe we are on the side of good. What side would you expect to cut family out of their lives because of a stupid vote over one man? Donald Trump? Really? Really? I've never heard many stories of people being like, you're not coming over to my place because you voted for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. And the right's called a cult because we all support Donald Trump, or the majority of folks on the right support Donald Trump. I just never hear stories like these from folks on the right. Lose the election, win the election, something happens good for Republicans, something happens bad for Republicans. Never. It just doesn't happen. So you want to talk about a cult? Well, you clearly don't know what a cult is, and apparently you don't know what democracy is either, based on the actions of your party. I'd suggest it's cult-like behavior to push out a leading candidate in 2016 and Bernie Sanders in favor of the witch Hillary Clinton because it's her turn. And everyone just accepts it. That's real democratic. Or when your nominee for president drops out of the race, some unelected officials somewhere just appoint a new person, Kamala Harris. No one question it. No primary, no nothing. Real democratic guys. But we're in a cult. And while Trump supporters are in a cult, the left is rejoicing and making a very big deal out of the fact that there's currently an argument within the Republican Party about the HB1 visa. Here's what you all don't understand. Robust debate within a party is a good thing because we all know at the end of the day, we all want the same things. We're just discussing different ways to go about it. It's a good thing to have debate within your party. And as you know, that is unacceptable on the left. You better say men are women and women are men. You better say Joe Biden is as sharp as ever. You better do everything they told you to during the pandemic, or else you're out of here. Not just out of here, we're going to attack you. But what do I know? Maybe you're right. We're in the cult, probably, right?
The chief psychiatric resident at Yale University, Amanda Calhoun, recently told Joy Reid it's okay to cut off family members if they voted for Trump and tell them, I'm not going to be around you this holiday. Oh, how pure. It's like not letting certain people sit with you on the bus. She also said that it shouldn't be automatic that family members think they're entitled to your time. She said that's just a societal norm. Family. Who do they think they are? Family? I mean, think about that. A mental health professional advising people to isolate during the holidays. And don't forget to drink too much and put on weight.
Hey, if you like watching videos like these, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get back to the video.
And this Thanksgiving, before the big meal, remember to take turns saying what you're hateful about. You know who I really wouldn't want to have Thanksgiving dinner with? This overly educated, i.e. extremely stupid, ivory tower academic. But I would, because if we ever want this nation to heal, this is what we have to do. Force ourselves to reach out and find out why someone feels the way they do and make the choices they make without prejudging them a monster. And they must do the same for you. I mean, what? Thank you, one guy. But I mean, seriously, whatever happened to, why can't we have the Christmas spirit all year round? Now it's, hey, it's Christmas time. Get the fuck out of my house. I can't look at you. Fuck off. There's even a trend now among liberal women of wearing blue bracelets to signal that they're Kamala voters and therefore safe to approach and talk to, because God forbid you fall into some checkout line chit-chat with, gasp, a Republican. And many young women are now also pledging never to have sex with any man who voted for Trump. Really? That's your big plan? Embargoing the pussy? It's so egotistical, as if the ultimate punishment is not letting people have you. Hey, you know what? You weren't fucking Trump-type guys anyway. Well, except for Taylor.
Look, man, if cutting out family because of politics resonates with you at all, I genuinely feel sorry for you. Because clearly you've never received or given unconditional love. And I hope, in time, truly, that you see the error of your ways. My family comes only second to God. And that goes for my closest friends as well. Those friends that are ride or die. That'll take a bullet for you. They've been there for you for years or maybe your entire life. You really want to drop them because of who they voted for? Does a person's political views erase everything else about them that made them your close family member or friend that you've loved for a long time, maybe your whole life? If anybody watching this right now has experienced something like what we're talking about, you should stop everything you're doing, get down on your knees, and thank God for removing that person from your life. Because if they were willing to throw away a relationship over an election, even if it wasn't this one, it was going to be something else down the road. God saved you a lot of unnecessary headaches. Now, as far as women not having sex because of Trump, guys, trust me, I've seen a large enough sample size of these ladies online, and I do emphasize the word large. You wouldn't want these girls if they were draped in MAGA gear and holding a PS5 with a cold beer on top of it. But what do you all think of Bill Maher's rant here? I'm also really interested to know if anyone watching has experienced this, has been cut out of someone's life over something stupid like politics. I'd love to hear your story. Anyway, that's it for this video. Now, if you like watching folks like Bill Maher, who are typically on the left, finally waking up to the fact at how far the left has gone off the deep end and scolding them for it, then click on one of the two videos that just popped up on your screen. Otherwise, as always, you have no idea how much I appreciate you watching. The end.